This is my song, praising my Savior all the day long.
Hey, how y'all doing this afternoon? It's been a little late for me getting this around. I was having a little trouble getting my thoughts collected today, but here I am. The song I'm listening to is Blessed Assurance, an Alan Jackson cover. Love this song. Love the way he sings this song. I think it's beautiful. I'm going to be reading verses I'm using today is Matthew 7, verses 7 and 8. Kind of over prayer and how God answers prayers in a way, and sometimes how he don't answer prayers. I'm going to go on a rant here in a second to see what I'm talking about. Matthew 7, 7 and 8. Ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, he who seeks finds, and to him who knocks the door will be open. Of course, this is asking Jesus into your life and searching for Christ. You search for Christ, you're going to find him. The Bible also tells us that he answers prayers and gives us things, but according to his will. So it doesn't matter how much I pray for a new Ferrari or a new Lamborghini or what have you, vacation house in Colorado. He's not just going to give that to me. Sometimes we think of God as a jackpot, a lottery of sorts. And there's a lot of teaching out there that kind of leans towards that, which is wrong. We can get in that later, but right now, God's not your personal lottery. God's not your ATM. He's not your cash on demand. There are some things we can pray that are within his will and his good measure for us and his good pleasure for us that he will answer. Like prayers for addictions, if you're addicted to certain things. One of those things I've been fighting, trying to get off tobacco. And every time I have a weak moment and I feel like I want to give in to it, well, I just can't. I'm in a spot where there's no stores around, there's no people around or whatever, and I can't give in to it. And I know that's God answering my prayers for my health, because being on tobacco, that's not good stuff. Whether cigarettes or snuff or dip or chewing, tobacco is harmful to the body. And he's answering my prayers to help me quit that stuff and give me strength and whatnot to get rid of the nicotine. Not been easy, by the way. Continue prayers for that, please. Time for my rant. Y'all probably remember that song, Garth Brooks' Unanswered Prayers. The song drives me nuts. Because God answered his quote-unquote prayer in that song to be with his high school sweetheart, and he didn't. And he goes on to say, thank God for answered prayers. I'm sorry, God answered that. It was a no. Sometimes we think God isn't answering, and he is answering. He's telling us no. Sometimes he's telling us maybe. Sometimes he's telling us wait. No, I take that back. I don't think it ever says maybe. I think it's a yes, no, or wait. He does teach us patience through prayers. And it does take time to learn the difference between yes right now or a wait for a little bit, and we'll get back to that. Sometimes we're not ready for the things that we ask for, and God knows that, and he prepares us, even if it's his will, even if it's what he wants for our betterment or for his betterment, for his glory. There are times that we are not ready for that, so he makes us wait for that yes. It's patience. It's still a yes, it's just not a yes right now. So if I want a Ferrari or Lambo or a vacation house in Colorado, it's up to me to work my tail off to get those things. But ultimately, they're not that important, so I'm not ever going to have that, I'm sure. Which is fine. But I know I'm rambling a little bit. I apologize. But when we pray, we have to keep an open heart. We have to keep an open mind and listen for the yes, listen for the no, and listen for the not right now. Just because we don't get it when we want it doesn't mean it's a no. It could very well mean wait till you're ready. And we have to give in, we have to follow God's lead on that. So I thank God for the no's. I thank God for the answered prayers. I truly believe God doesn't leave any prayers unanswered. We might not understand the answers or why we get a no or why we get a wait, but He answers prayers. So I hope I didn't muddle this up and make it clear as mud. I love you guys. Keep going. Keep praying. Keep fighting a good fight. We are warriors, and the best way we can fight is on our knees in prayers. There's no Christian rock group called Petra, and one of their songs is get on your knees and fight like a man. And that's the truth. God moves mountains when we pray, and we pray as a church, and we pray as a church family. Prayers are answered. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I've experienced it. God answers prayers. God answers prayers. Love you guys. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.